Hey everybody, I'm back with another video and I'm super stuffy. I have a cold and I'm also super anxious today. I don't know why. I've been kind of feeling anxious all week. I've been trying to figure out why and what's triggering it, and I just don't know. I just feel super anxious, so I'm really trying to focus on the current moment and living in the now instead of like worrying about shit that probably hasn't even happened yet or stuff that I have no control over. I'm low-key a control freak. I think that's why I hate flying so much. And whenever I fly, I go into the cockpit and I literally spend time with the pilots because it makes me feel at ease. I've also been getting up. I went 3 times this week. I wanted to push for 4, but I went to bed too late one of the days. And I've been getting up at 4 a.m. and going to the gym. And I'm like low-key in my head like, oh my god, am I sick because I went to the gym? But when I tell you it was like me and my mom at the gym and no one else, there was no one else there except the people that worked there and like 2 other people, and they weren't near me. So I don't know, I think I'm just like in my head and I need to get out of my own head. Jeez, I hate when I do that. Before I jump into my story time, because I know you guys are dying by the title, a lot of people were asking about me and Tamika Alana. We're good. She's actually moving to Georgia this weekend with the love of her life, which is insane to me. She's leaving, so if you have written the email, I have not responded to anybody because I want her to go and settle in. So I want to give her like a week and a half, and I just don't want to be telling y'all one thing and then she's not ready. So please be patient. She is literally, the moving truck is coming today and she's flying in tomorrow. So she is creating a new home for herself, and she'll be more than ready when she's ready. So I just, please be patient. She will read everybody when she's comfortable in her new home. And I do want to say that the 2 of us together, great manifestors. And what I mean by that is we speak life into each other, and instead of attaching a name or a specific thing to what we're trying to manifest, we speak the highest and greatest love and life into each other, and her story is unfolding and so is mine. So please continue watching this story time till the very end. So let's get into it. And I was like super reluctant to do this story time, but this is part of my journey and I want to share my journey with y'all. So before I jump into the story time about how I failed my nursing exam, I'm going to pull a card today for everyone that's watching it. It is the full moon. I just want to send high vibrations, good positive energy towards you. I know I said I'm anxious, but it's almost like it's not like a bad anxious. It's like, I don't know, I'm not like in a bad headspace, if that makes am I making any sense to anyone that gets anxiety? But I want to pull a card for you guys, and if it resonates, cool, and we'll go from there. This is an energy deck. I really fuck with this deck. Let me see what message I can give y'all today on the phone. Oh, Healer of the Ages. Okay, let me see what we got going on. What message? Whoa. Healer of the Ages again. I wanted to put it back because it kind of came out awkward and then it came out again. So that is the message for today. I'm gonna actually read to you guys what the Healer of Ages is. This is for health. And it's so funny because I'm over here talking to you guys about my anxiety and having a cold, and this card came out not once but twice. So Spirit is literally with me right now talking to you guys, which I love. So this is a powerful being. This powerful being brings the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing. The light of divine consciousness pours from his hands and heart, flowing to you with his love and a powerful healing intention. This amazing entity is with you now. I feel that. Literally, I can feel that. Bringing resolution to physical, mental, and emotional ills. Helping to unblock stuck energy and revitalize your life force. Whew, I'm getting out of breath. Holy shit. You may have felt this strong presence recently, or may just be opening to the wonderful sensations now. Literally right now, because I've been having anxiety, sir. You can call upon this emissary of miraculous transformation whenever you need vitality, balance, or renewal. Know that at deepest level, an important healing is taking place. Wow. I think that card was for me, y'all. I think that card was for me. Let me get another one, just in case, because I feel like Spirit was picking up on my energy right now. Whoa, that one dropped. So, door to personal healing and happiness flew out, which is very appropriate for today's full moon, because this is a good time to really self-reflect, take a time out, give yourself space from everybody, and really heal yourself. So I really like this card. Door to personal healing and happiness. You guys, if you start healing yourself, and sometimes healing trauma or past events or past hurt could take a lifetime, but that doesn't mean you can't start the process and get yourself to a place where you've aligned yourself with the universe to get the happiness that you truly deserve. So I think the message for everyone today is to not stress and give yourself anxiety like me, and allow yourself to heal. Take a minute, appreciate and express gratitude, and allow the things that are meant for you to come in and truly, truly, truly enjoy the happiness that you deserve. But you have to be ready for it. I think that's the message. I think that's a great message for today. You guys, if you've been following me for a while, you guys know that I said I was going to go back to school for nursing, and my test was supposed to be March 23rd, I believe, of last year. And I was super excited about it. I was studying my fucking ass off. I was like, I got this. I am a nervous tester, which I don't know why, because I always do really well with testing, but I always get super anxious, so much anxiety when I have to take a test. I remember when I was in medical assisting school and I got all A's. I mean straight A's. And I would get nervous every fucking test and still get... The lowest score I ever got on a test there was a 90, but I got 5 bonus points from doing an extra credit assignment, so I got a 95. And I'm just, when it comes to school and testing, I'm very visual. I'm a visual learner. I like to be present. I write notes certain ways. I have a photographic memory, so I'm very good with testing. However, I get really bad anxiety. So the day of my medical exam test to pass the state exam, I was so fucking nervous. I mean, I'm telling you, the 6 months of schooling you had to do, I got all A's, and the test was basically a recap of the 6 months you had to do. And the night before, I studied. I went early to school. We had a study group, and we're all coaching each other and testing each other, and I passed with flying colors for the pre-exam. But we sat down, and with time testing, I get so get so nervous, guys. You should see me. I'm a wreck, like an absolute wreck. And I don't know why I do it, because I know what I'm doing. I just get so nervous. So during this exam for my MA, I hit the go button, and like the first, I want to say 30 minutes, I was fine. I was like, cool beans. I knew I was passing the test, no problem. Like every answer I was getting correct. But the thing is, with state testing and board testing, they really try to trip you up on verbiage. And that's something they teach you, like be careful of the verbiage. So you could read it, and if you're not really reading it, if you know what I mean, you could get the answer wrong because you think it's A, because A could work, but it's really C, because C is the best answer because of the verbiage. So about 30 minutes into the test, I was like, because the verbiage started getting tricky. I felt like I was sweating. I was like, I'm not going to pass this. I'm not going to get my MA license. Why are you doing this? So I kept raising my hand. And my teacher was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know any of this. I don't know nothing. And I was freaking out. And she's like, you are like one of the smartest women in this whole entire course. Stop it. You're in your own head. Take a deep breath and take the test. So I listened to her. I like got up for a second. I just like, and then I sat back down. I just trusted myself and took the test, and I passed with a very well score at that. I got my MA. So when I decided I wanted to go back to school for nursing, I took out all my MA stuff because it's like there's reading, writing, math, and anatomy and physiology, the science section. And I was like, okay, cool, I have all the anatomy shit I could possibly have because of my MA, so I'll study off that. Reading and writing I've always been really good at. Math, no fucking clue. I haven't been to high school for a decade, literally. Almost a decade. No, oh my god. I haven't been to school in high school in over a decade. So to me, math, mind you, math, algebra, chemistry, all that shit, I got all A's in high school. So if someone was going to take my high school transcripts, I'm good because I did very well. But again, that was over a decade ago, so it's invalid. I started studying my ass off, and I had taken a flight in March to LA, and it was only for like 4 days, and I had posted me studying on the flight, me studying by the pool. I was really fucking studying my ass off. Then they canceled the test because of COVID. So I was like, what the fuck? So I spent months studying, and I was ready. Like, I felt ready for this exam. And then they canceled the test. And I was like, okay, cool, that just gives me extra months to study. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't study. Because COVID got so weird, everything was shut down, life just got weird, so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna take this test this year. They're probably gonna tell me to go next year. I'm not gonna stress myself out. They said, your test that you scheduled in March will be taken next week. Mind you, you have to pay for the exam. It's like I think $40 with, I think it was 140. Maybe I'm wrong, or 125. 125 or 140, it was one of the two. And I looked at my mom and I said, because she kept telling me, you should just study anyway. Like, you're home, study. And I was like, no, they're not going to tell us last minute. They're going to give us a chunk of time. Like, I'm not going to stress myself out.
Moms are always fucking right.
Listen to your mom. Always listen to your mom. So when I got the email that my test was in a week, I looked at my mom and I was like, she's like, I told you to stay studying. I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm definitely not ready. Like, I study because I'm very, if I'm doing something and I'm consistent with it, it's embedded in my brain. If I stop and I don't do it, I lose it. For the next week, all I did was study. I didn't post it up because I had this feeling, this inkling feeling I was going to fail. And I kind of spoke that into the ethers. I was like, I'm not ready, I'm going to fail. I was like, I'm going to fail, it's not gonna work out for me. And I was like super negative about it, which is like the worst fucking attitude you can have with anything. I only started switching my attitude like the day before the test. When I tell you for the 7 days before the test I didn't sleep, I didn't fucking sleep. So I like the day before the test, my dad came and got Marcellus. My brother came over to have a shot with me. He did some Black Lives Matters protesting, came into the house, and we cheers, and he was giving me a speech about if I fail, I don't take it too seriously, that I'm super smart. He's always thought I was extremely smart, and that when the time is right, if this wasn't the time, you can do it again. I can see you as a nurse. He gave me this whole speech. I got covenant the night before, so I didn't go to bed till like 3 a.m., which is terrible. A day before a test, you really should get like 8-9 hours of sleep, so you're like, zen the fuck out, you know? So I wake up and I'm so anxious, so I put like some incense burning in my room, the diffuser on. I set up my room. I get on the test. I do the whole entire exam. I started Googling like people that took the TEAS test, their opinions, and blah 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 blah. And I kept seeing these Google things and YouTubes about if you get the TEAS test that is talking about the birds on the roof in the graveyard, you'll fail. They were like, it doesn't matter how good you are at reading or writing, you will fail the test. And I was like, okay. So I started Googling like, how do I study for this section? Because I started putting it in the universe I was gonna get that test. Because there's a million different TEAS tests. There's a million different ones. But I read those articles and I saw about 17 of them. And I was like, all right, I'm seeing these for a reason. I'm obviously going to get this test. So I started trying to Google search, like, okay, what can I study to get past this graveyard section and the birds on the roof, whatever the fuck. Couldn't find anything. People were charging like $500 to get the answers, and that could be a scam. And I was like, I get ready to take the exam, and the first thing that was on my screen was the graveyard. And I already have test anxiety, so the second I saw the graveyard at the top, I was like, I'm gonna fail this test. I'm gonna fucking fail the test. This is why I kept seeing it. It was the universe telling me, yes, you're gonna fail. And my son goes to me, and my son is very intuitive. My son will say stuff before it actually fucking happens. And he was leaving with my dad the night before, and he looks at me and he grabbed my face and he says, Mommy, stop stressing out. And I was like, okay, baby. And he's like, you're gonna fail. And I thought it was so fucking rude. I was so pissed. I go, why would you say that to me? And he's like, because you're losing sleep. You haven't done anything. You've barely eaten this week because you're studying so much. And you're gonna fail, but you'll do better the second time. And I was like, get away from me, Dad.
Get him out of here, Dad.
So my dad ended up taking him. So when I saw the graveyard thing, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking fail. I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail. And I did the whole test, and you basically need a 75 to pass the whole exam, which is terrible to me. If I don't get A's, maybe a B+, when it comes to schooling, I feel like a failure. That's just how I've always been when it comes to school. So I ended up finishing the test, and I failed by 6 points. 6 points. I was distraught. Like, I was distraught. My mom comes up because she heard me sobbing. I was weeping in my room, and she comes up and she was like, no. And I was like, I knew it. I knew it. I spoke that right onto myself. I was sobbing. Look, I'm getting teary-eyed thinking about it because I was so upset. So upset. And she's like, it wasn't time yet. This wasn't supposed to happen yet. And then I called Tamika, and Tamika was like, listen, you're so stressed out about this, and it wasn't your time, but you're gonna do it again. You're gonna do it again, and you're gonna do fine. And I was like, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. And I felt like a failure. And I stopped talking about the TEAS test. I stopped talking about nursing, and so many people were asking me about it, and I just didn't want to say anything because there's so many people that are so evil to me that wanted me to fail that I was like, I refuse to give them that. I refuse. I just act like I never said anything. But I mean, I failed. And I failed by 6 points. It was because the two rightest passages were so fucking difficult. The math wasn't even difficult. I was like stressing the math the whole time. I literally got a good score in math. It was those two passages that made me fail. And I don't know if it was me being in my own head, reading all those articles, whatever. I just did not pass the test. And I was so distraught, and I kept it to myself. And the only people that knew was my immediate family, Tamika, and one other person. So I never was open about me failing. I never told anybody. It was literally just family and two other people. I kind of drifted away from going back to school and doing whatever, and then I really honed down on my spirituality, and then I created an Etsy. It wasn't for money. It was more because it made me feel good, to make other people feel good. And then, you know, this fake page, and people started figuring out I failed the test, which made no sense to me. Like, I was getting harassed about failing the nursing exam, and I was like, okay, that's weird because I didn't tell nobody. And no one knows I failed the test. Like, no one on the face of the planet, except the 6 people that I told, know I failed the test. So, you know, I'm not in the business of calling nobody out. I don't care to anymore. I feel like part of this journey that I've been on was me blocking my own blessings by over fucking sharing on the internet. So anyways, I truly believe I don't need to speak on it. I don't need to say anything. I just know. I know who it is. I don't get that. I'll never get that. It's weird. So anyways, I started getting into Etsy, and then I wasn't into Etsy. Like, I kind of fell back a little bit because, you know, my number got leaked and my page kept getting deleted, and I wasn't really pushing myself, and it's not something I wanted to do for money anyway. It was never about that, so it kind of like fell back, and I really fell off the map. Like YouTube, I wasn't really uploading. I started my wave and I was doing my wave thing, still am, and I really was working on myself in silence. Not oversharing on the internet, really trying not to block my own blessings. Less gossip, less worrying about other people, just not having self-doubt. So I decided it's time for me to move. It's time for me to I'm 32, I'm gonna be 33 years old. I'm a grown-ass fucking woman. I need my own space. I need my own home to raise my kid and to make a life for myself outside of what I'm used to. And I have always wanted to be in the nursing field. I've always wanted to go back to school, and I failed. And for me to fail, I was so upset about it because I was so worried again about people on the internet, instead of, okay, you fell down, but how are you gonna pick yourself back up, sis? So when I finally got to the point where I was like, who cares? It happened. It wasn't your time. I really genuinely believe in divine timing when it comes to people, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to making amends with people or moving on. I feel like everything is divine timing, and that was not my time. So I applied to school and I did it again. I was like, I'm gonna go back to school for nursing. I'm going to do a major in nursing and a minor in psychology, and that's what I want to do. And I'm getting teary-eyed, folks. So I had to take a test. I had to take a test again, and I was nervous as fuck, anxiety, and I was like, oh, what if I fail? And there's math on this test. I'm not good at math. I started getting in my head again. So you know what I did? I stopped. I kept pushing the test off, and my mom asked me, I was supposed to take the test the second week of January. We're at the end of February, and I kept pushing it off. And my mom looked at me and she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, they have everything. You already applied to the school. You sent in your transcripts. They have your high school information. They have your SAT scores. The only thing you need to do is take this test to see if you can get into the program. And I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And then when February came, she's like, it's been 3 weeks. You canceled your first test, so what are you gonna do? And I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I didn't do it. I kept pushing it off, pushing it off, pushing it off. And then I finally sat down and I was like, you are smart. You're so intelligent. You're so much more than social fucking media. You're not going to be a 40-year-old woman posing for Instagram. You're not going to be someone your son looks up to that is just doing social media. Social media is wonderful. I love connecting with people. I love inspiring people. You know, it's fine. Is it something I want to sit there when I'm 40? I'm getting emotional. Why am I getting emotional? When I'm 40 and tell my son that that's what I did with my life. That's what I did with my time, or any future kid I have, because I do want one more. It's so hard. I realized during remote learning that being a mother is extremely hard, but I love it. And when I do find the right, with divine timing, I hope I do get blessed with one more baby. I'm hoping a girl. If it's a boy, that's cool too. But I don't want to look at my children and see, I'm speaking that into my life. I don't want to look at my children and say that that's all I had to offer was paid content on Instagram. And yes, you can take your money and flip it in houses and flip it in whatever, which I plan on doing. I want to be more than that. So I was just fighting myself, and I finally sat down and had this one-on-one chat with my higher self, and I was like, would you be proud of you, the little version of yourself? I don't know why I'm so emotional, but no. If the 10-year-old me met me right now, I don't think I would be wowed by the accomplishments I've done in my life, you know? But I'd also be proud because I've made such big, from last year to this year, I've made such progress that I'm like, you're almost there. Just keep fucking going. And then the little version of yourself would be so proud of you. So I finally booked the exam for this university, and the day came. My mom went into the courthouse. Danny was on Marcella's duty. I came in here and set up the desk over there, and I had water, hand sanitizer. The incense was burning. The ambiance was going. The diffuser was going, and I took the test. I passed the test. And I mean high score. I mean, I got a perfect score in writing. I got a perfect score in reading. Math, a little shaky. I'm gonna need help in the math. When I go back to school, I'm gonna have to take 2 classes of math because math was not my strong suit. I passed, and I got in to school, and I've been waiting to really find a home till I got my acceptance letter. Even though I've been buying things for my new home, I have to decide what that home is going to be. And I talked to the university on Friday, and she's like, you're very smart, you're just gonna have to take 2 math classes instead of 1. And I just kind of sat there and I did it. Like, I did it. I did it. You know, I'm gonna be 33. And I've wasted so much time on not being who I'm truly supposed to be. Like, I just have not, I always felt like I didn't know my purpose. And sometimes I lose sight of what my purpose is and why I'm here and blah, 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 blah. And then little moments like this, when you really, like, doubt yourself, you sleep on yourself, you procrastinate, and then when you finally sit down, you're like, what are you doing? And then you do it. These are happy tears, by the way. So, I'd like to announce that your girl is going to a university, and I will be doing nursing with a minor in psychology. And if I do very well, I can finish the program in 2.5 years. If I need to take time, because like I have to take 2 math classes, I will finish in 3. And if I need extra time, because it ain't easy raising a kid while being in school, I can't even imagine what that's going to be like. And I'm going to be living on my own with no help. It will take me 4. I don't plan on it taking 4 years, but your girl did it. She did it. I have been so shut. I do not overshare on my channel anymore, and I feel like I am finally being blessed because I have aligned myself that I deserve it. Mom, in the beauty room, how do you feel about me going to school? I just told him that I passed the test and got into school.
Fabulous.
Are you gonna miss me though?
Can we not talk about that today?
Why, are you gonna cry? Yeah, me too. I feel sad today. Why?
Knock it off.
You knock it off. Why am I being a crybaby today? I'm gonna miss my mom so much. Also, I'm probably gonna need to get back on OnlyFans because how the fuck am I gonna pay for a home and tuition? This shit's gonna be so expensive. I'm so excited. I'm literally like ready. I'm like ready, you know? You know, it's like a huge change. I've lived with my mom my whole fucking life. I'm 32. I know she's so happy for me though. Oh my god. Hold on. Call Keys? Okay, anyways, I haven't told my brother or my sister-in-law, but they ain't picking up, so it won't be on camera. Hello? Hi. I wanted to call you because I forgot to tell you guys I got into school. I passed the test.
Yay, congrats. That's awesome news,
It's awesome, right? Remember when I failed and I was like an absolute basket case?
Yeah, see, can't give up. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Wanted to call and tell you the news.
Alright, well, congrats.
Thank you. I miss you guys.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Okay, love you. Love you, Zai Zai.
Love you too, bye.
Bye. I guess my message in this video is don't let people around you that you're close to dictate what you're capable of. And people that you do allow in that don't believe in your potential are not people you need to have in your life. Also, do not allow people behind a computer screen, behind a phone, people that you don't know, try to sway you off your own path and fill you with self-doubt. I cannot explain to you guys how I've let people in the past year do that to me that I don't even know. And I finally stopped letting shit get to me. I'm finally being blessed with the things that I deserve. I am finally on my path in serving my higher self. And I know my higher self is proud of me, and I just can't wait till my younger self will be proud of me. So to end this video, I just want to say welcome to my new journey. I am extremely excited to be able to share this with you guys. And also, if you fail at something and it's something you really want, just know that it just wasn't time yet. And to keep going and to never give up on yourself. It is never too late to have the life that you want. To create the life that you deserve. I am 32 years old and I feel the youngest I've ever felt. I look the best I've ever looked. And I am filled with so much gratitude to my family, to Tamiga, to my son, and to, most importantly, myself, for picking myself back up and becoming the woman I know I'm supposed to be. So, with that being said, be kind to each other, but especially yourself, because ain't nobody got you like you got you. And yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for supporting me, the ones that truly do support me, and subscribe to our Wave channel if you haven't. And if you are in school currently, what are your tips and tricks? And I don't know, I'm just excited to get myself ready. Like, I'm gonna do get readies with me for my first day of school, get ready with me, what I wore in a week to school. I think I'm gonna do hybrid because I don't know if elementary schools are open where I'm moving, so I have to figure that all out. I'm actually taking a flight in a couple weeks to go meet up with the real estate agents and stuff like that, so I have to figure all that out. And depending on what my son's schedule is, I think I'm going to do hybrid, some in school, some online. But I will tell you, I'm a visual, physical learner. I don't know if I'm going to do well with online schooling, so I'll keep you guys posted for sure. And thank you so much for tuning in. This is a rather long video, but I've just been keeping so much from you guys, and it feels good to finally just, yeah. Thank you. I really do appreciate everyone that sees my potential even when I don't, and for the people that support me, and for the people that always send me uplifting messages. I don't know why I'm so emotional today, but thank you so much, because I don't acknowledge you guys enough, and I acknowledge people that were horrible to me before I acknowledge you guys, and I do apologize for that. And I do want to say that I am so grateful for all of you. If you are doubting yourself, throw it out the fucking window, because you got it, babe. You can do it. You can literally do anything you want. And I'm living proof of that. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You got it, babe. I'm gonna go because I'm like extra emotional and I don't know.